Kathy Kennedy looks like she's been rode hard and put away wet here, guys. We're getting to her. Hey guys, this is Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Frosty this morning, a little bit congested. It's spring and pollen and stuff. Anyway, so the Soylo premiere in Los Angeles was last night. And the reviews, as per Ethan Van Sciver, are mixed. If you read between the lines, it sounds like a pretty terrible movie, like we all predicted. And the only people that are gloating about Alden Ehrenreich are the little fangirls from Mashable and, trash tier, garbage tier websites who consistently kiss Disney's ass so they can go to these things for free. This is what a lack of integrity and a lack of self-respect gets you, okay? Selling your soul, which I will never do. I got one of these on, so you see that? Ain't gonna ever happen. What you see is what you get here, all right? So anyway, I was looking at the pictures, and there's a reason why I chose Billy Joel's Pressure for this video. And Kathy Kennedy looks like shit. You think maybe the pressure's getting to you, Kathy? Huh? I do. You look old. You look tired. You look worn out. You look like you want to quit. So why don't you do something for all of us and quit? And take Pablo Hidalgo with you. And the entire story group. And all of them with you. You backstabbing cunt. Okay? She does. She looks like shit. They know it's a bomb. They know it's not really going to make any money. Here's the deal. This is why she's in trouble. These movies bundled together are not making what Disney needs for this to work, and they're not making what they need for her to keep her job, and several other people, because if she goes, many others will go. And when it doesn't, I predict she's done, and she knows it. I'm going to post a picture of her. She looks like shit. She really does. I mean, old, wan, pale, scared. It's really funny, the people who didn't give mixed reviews, who were trying to downplay the problems on the Soylo at Ethan Van Sciver again, set, saying that, well, it doesn't really matter. This is really good. Fuck you. It's not a good movie. You don't call in someone like Ron Howard 80% into the production and have him reshoot the entire thing, which, according to Paul Bettany, he did the entire movie, okay? He didn't just reshoot a scene here and a scene there. He reshot the entire movie, all right? And this goes back to what Ridley Scott said about hiring an experienced director who's done blockbusters. They're afraid of him. They're afraid of a guy like Christopher Nolan because they will make their movie. They don't want execs in their faces. They know what they're doing. They will they will deliver your movie on time and under budget. All right? Isn't that what you want? And they will have a good movie because they know what they're doing. Okay? But Kathy is afraid of losing control because she's insane. You don't control people like that. You work with them. All right? You combine what you want with what they want. You come up with a vision together. Okay? You give a guy like Ridley Scott, like Christopher Nolan, like Peter Jackson, the reins because they know what they're doing. And I'll tell you something else. They actually understand what the fans want. I saw a video Ridley Scott had gone to see. I think it was Empire of Dreams. It was one of those. No, it was the MTV documentary? I think it's on here on YouTube. Ridley Scott talking about the first time he'd ever seen Star Wars. He walked in sat down, walked out, and said, George Lucas cracked the code on this. And then he started working on Aliens. Right? Lucas is the genesis for so much amazing stuff out there in movies. He's affected Cameron, Ridley Scott, Zack Snyder, you name it. All these, directors, and I know Zack Snyder's not everybody's favorite, but still give him a break. 300 was a great movie. So you have all this going on. And Kathy Kennedy, for whatever reason, she's obviously a misandrist, hires weak beta males to work for her. Pablo Hidalgo, Ruin Johnson, who I just feel comfortable with him, as in he's an ass kisser. Okay, J.J. Abrams, who's the salacious crumb of this whole thing. No, the bib fortuna of this whole thing. Right. I won't give any of these people the elevation of like Grand Moff Tarkin or whatever. I mean, this is literally, to me, it's like this underworld sick shit going on. All right. I mean, criminal organizations. So I'm not giving them any of that. And that's who she hired. And now they're suffering. They can't, these movies bundled together are not making the money that Disney needs. Disney has sunk a lot of money into Star Wars. The theme parks, which I refuse to go to, I will not. The licensing for Star Wars products is outrageous. And if anybody thinks that Hasbro is going to continue to do this after 2020, they're losing their shirts. She's hurting Hasbro. She has hurt Toys R Us and plethora of other places like Walmart, Target, you name it. All right. So there she is. She shows up at the premiere looking like she wants to just go back into hiding again. And I think she should, because we're done with her. I mean, I'm done. I'm not going to see this movie. Alden Ehrenreich. Who in their right mind would ever thought that guy could ever play Han Solo? No, I know. Oh, he's just as good. No, he's not just as good. Don't sit there and lie to me, okay? Because, I mean, nobody could be as good as Harrison Ford in that role. He is that role, okay? Sorry, Harry. I know you don't understand why people love that role. I would like to sit down and do it with you and explain it to you why, okay? Because no one ever really did, all right? And it's too bad. There should be a little nostalgia for him. I think there should have been a little bit of affection for Han from Harrison Ford, and I think there is. I think people sometimes misinterpret him a lot with how he feels about the role, and I think a lot of his lack of enthusiasm probably comes from the fact that fans act like idiots. We really do sometimes. I mean, you can't do that to somebody, okay? Just, they're just people. Sure, he's the biggest movie star of all time. Just let him be who he is, and just, you gotta appreciate people for who they are, okay? Just when you see someone like that out, don't bother him. Let him, especially him, let him be. All right. But Alden Ehrenreich is no Han Solo. I mean, just look at him. You can just tell. Ugh. And that voice. Ugh. Shudder. Ugh. I mean, it's like, dude, have your balls dropped yet? Because you sound like a 12-year-old. I mean, really, get out of your mother's birth control pills. Really. I watched most of The Empire Strikes Back last night. Because I'm preparing for a podcast with Mad Talk TV. I think John Talk Star Wars is going to be there, and maybe Ivan Ortega, which would be great. And when you see that movie and you see Harrison Ford, that's it. I mean, that is it. Charisma, handsome, that star quality, sexy as hell, and just like, and then when you see, I mean, and even in his interviews, I mean, there are a couple of interviews from way back then, which are hilarious. Like there was one from when they were doing PR in Europe and in Paris for A New Hope, and the French interviewer is yip-yapping with Carrie Fisher, and all of a sudden they both break into French. And this is literally the coolest thing I've ever seen anybody do in my life. Well, Mark Hamill, doe-eyed Mark Hamill's looking around going, you know, because he's completely out of conversation. You see Ford reach into his pocket, pull out his pack of Camel Straights, pull one out, and light it. And it's like the essence of cool. He is cool. He's cool like Steve McQueen cool, Clint Eastwood cool, you know, William Holden cool. I mean, and then he's his own cool, Harrison Ford cool. Alden Ehrenreich is less cool than my golden retriever, who is at times a neurotic mess if I'm not around, because he has clingy mommy issues. So Kathy, that's part of your problem, is that you hired him, all right? Your second problem is even thinking this movie would work, all right? All right? You thought this movie would work, and then you hired a guy who's so inappropriate to play Han Solo, it's not even funny, all right? I don't have to see it to know, and I'm not going to see it, but trust me, I'll look at spoilers, and then I'll kill it dead. All right? I will. So anyway, yeah, she looks like shit. This movie looks like a bomb. The tweets are all over the place, and if you, from the, you know, garbage tier media, as Uncle Ethan calls it, and, you know, if you read between the lines, you know, did we really need this movie? No, we didn't. We didn't want this movie. And that came from Collider, of all places. You know, it's, you know, when, you know, John Campea speaks, you can't really understand him because he's too busy kissing Disney's ass. You know, that website. The only ones that are really flipping out are the bimbos and the millennial SJW sleazoid girls from IGN, Mashable, you know, and this guy, Humberto Gonzalez, yeah, I went on Twitter and let him have it, because he deserved it. So anyway, don't see this movie. We will have spoilers to destroy it. And we'll have fun, because we're gonna watch it burn. All right? They've tried to destroy Star Wars, our Star Wars, the Star Wars that we wanted to hand off gracefully to the next generation. And they were the caretakers, and they've destroyed it. So we'll take them out. Okay? So, the rebellion has just begun, guys. Just begun. And the backlash grows every day. This is Steph, signing out. See you around the galaxy.